my friends, we are getting exactly what everybody has wanted. More KOTOR.
And there was much rejoicing.
And more ship content.
And there was much rejoicing.
Am I right, my friends? All right, let's be honest. Some of you guys are really excited about the Ebon Hawk. In fact, I was on a patron chat with my patrons. I do a weekly voice chat with my patrons every single week on Discord voice. And this news dropped actually during the chat and kind of blindsided me. I did not see this coming with the Ebon Hawk, but at least one of my patrons was really excited about the Ebon Hawk. You know who you are. And so if you're really excited about it, let me know down in the comments below. So while the Ebon Hawk is definitely interesting, I am more interested in the impact this ship is going to potentially have in the meta, and what it might mean for what else is coming to Galaxy of Heroes. Now, before I get into the kit, something I think is really interesting, and this was actually pointed out to me by another one of my patrons, is that we now choose between light side and dark side battles for our daily activities, and the quest, the daily activity is called Force Balance. And so maybe I'm probably reading the stars a bit too much here, but does this mean Revan is confirmed? Dark side Revan, Darth Revan, because we got the light side version, now we got the dark side, we got a ship he's strongly connected to. Could it mean that Darth Revan is confirmed? Everyone laugh at me in the comments about how that's probably overthinking it, but that said, there is a lot that points this direction. Could it just be one more thing that points that way? I don't know. You be the judge. Anyway, so the Ebon Hawk, what will its impact be in the fleet arena? Starting there, first of all, I think it's going to be a minimal effect, and I'll tell you kind of why. Right now, there doesn't seem to be strong synergy faction-wise for the ship. Going to the future, that could change, but there is also some very interesting utility in this ship that I think will make it useful right out the gate. Most importantly, it's going to have it's going to be able to prevent target lock very effectively, and so I know I'm going to try to find ways to plug this into my own personal fleet so that I can make more use of it. It has and I'm not going to read every single ability here to you. You guys have probably already done that. If you haven't done it already, then I'm showing them on the screen so you can at least read what those abilities are. But it has this unique buff called Chaff, and it's going to have two ways of spreading that. You're going to be able to do that with the first special, which is Karth's special, or sorry, the second special, which is T3M4's special, which will spread Chaff to dispel target lock from all allies and grant them all Chaff for 2 turns. So it gives all allies Chaff for 2 turns, and what Chaff is simply immunity to target lock, and so that's very useful. And then on the ship's reinforcement ability, when you enter the battle, you will dispel target lock from all your enemies or allies and give them Chaff for 2 turns. So you got 2 ways to do it. So you could, in theory, use this ship as a reinforcement, dispel all the target lock, and give your enemy or allies. I keep confusing enemies and allies. Isn't that just I've been watching too much Game of Thrones, I think. But anyway, you can dispel all that target lock and then give everyone Chaff. You've got 2 turns without target lock, and then by the time those 2 turns expire, you get to throw Chaff up there once again with the T3M4's ability, which is called Scramble Scanners. So I think that potentially has a lot of utility because so many fleets right now rely pretty heavily on that target lock synergy. And so I think that's pretty notable. That said, I mean, is it going to be able to kick out some of my current reinforcements? I mean, right now, reinforcing with Phantom is pretty much a must. Maybe I'd want to do it after that, or maybe I just need to get rid of my Rebel fleet. Maybe it's going to be mostly useful in territory wars, with your Mace timeout fleets. Maybe that's going to be where you use that. Kind of remains to be seen, but something else that is very possible with this that I want to highlight is it does have that Old Republic faction tag. Right now, if you look at the Old Republic ships that we currently have in the game, I'm going there right now, we have got 1. Look at that. Old Republic 1. Isn't that interesting? The Ebon Hawk one Old Republic ship. Okay, so they gave the ship a faction tag. Does that mean we're gonna have more Old Republic ships? Could we have an Old Republic capital ship? So maybe this ship is going to be, you know, just okay right now. I think it does have some utility. There's gonna be some, you know, reasonable places to use it. But is it going to have a future spot in the meta? Maybe this year was the year, you know, the last year is the year of the character meta for KOTOR. And now we're gonna have a year of ship meta for KOTOR. It's gonna build up to that. I don't know, kind of remains to be seen, but I think that is interesting to say the least, that we do have an Old Republic ship and the Ebon Hawk is the only one for now. So at the end of the day, what does all of it mean? Does this new quest mean anything? Does this mean that we're gonna have more Old Republic ships? I'm not sure, but either way, we definitely see lots of KOTOR coming to this game. A lot of people think Darth Revan is coming, and that we have, you know, obviously we have Karth, we have Juhani, we have Mission was using the last one. Karth, Juhani, Canderous, and Bastila Fallen, and a lot of people are pretty confident those characters are going to be used to unlock Darth Revan coming up soon. We don't have an announcement on that. I'm really interested in the move to bring a ship right now. I really thought that we were going to have a character announcement soon, building up to this, because we have those characters now farmable for KOTOR. So what, I mean, maybe Darth Revan isn't coming. I still really think he is, and I'm still farming the heck out of those shards. I definitely don't want to be left behind. I'm getting pretty close, but wouldn't it be interesting? How many crystals and shard farms have we wasted if all of this was just building up to the Ebon Hawk and we're not going to have Darth Revan? That kind of remains to be seen as well. I think it's a safe bet, but I just did not see a ship coming, and so I'm really interested to see what comes after this. Now, that said, Darth Revan did have some pretty strong connections, or just Revan in general had some pretty strong connections to the Ebon Hawk, from what I understand. I'm no KOTOR lore expert, but I know he was pretty strongly connected to this ship. He piloted it at many points during his journey, and so maybe it is just another reinforcement of that theory. I don't know, but you know what? I just want to find out. I'm tired of the madness. We've had enough speculation for a year already. Let's just find out what's coming next, whether it's Darth Revan, whether it's Malak, or whether we're just going to move on. I probably won't believe that neither of them are coming until a new character comes that has nothing to do with KOTOR, and then maybe I'll be able to accept that we were wrong in our speculation. But for now, I think this is just the warm-up. We're going to get the Ebon Hawk. That's great. It will be, I forgot to mention, it will be a Galactic Chase event. Not sure how I feel about those events. I like them and I don't like them. I kind of feel both ways about it. I think it's good to shake it up though, so I don't want to complain too much. But anyway, maybe this is just a warm up and we're going to have Darth Revan announcement soon, or Darth Malak announcement soon. We will see, my friends. But I want to know what you think about this. Do you think that Darth Revan is coming? Do you think that the Ebon Hawk is going to be meta? What are your thoughts on all of this? Let me know, of course, my friends, down in the comments below. And how do you plan to use the ship? Do you plan to use the ship? Do you plan to chase it in the holo tables? I'm curious to hear that as well. And if you did like the video, of course, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it, and share it with your guildies, all of that jazz. And as always, my brothers, don't forget
my dead body. Sorry about the mess.